Hello everyone, and welcome to our Spotlight series where we share current trends on the critical role resilience plays in organizations. I'm Pam Boris, your host and Chief Marketing Officer here at MECU. And joining me today is Brad Smith, Chief Science Officer at MECU. Welcome, Brad.
Hey, good morning, Pam. It's good to be here.
Great to see you. Let's jump right in. To support employee well-being, HR leaders have typically relied on EAPs and point solutions. Given employee expectations and demands today, are those tools sufficient?
Great question. I think sufficient is the really important word there. I think they're important, but I don't think they're sufficient. I think that understanding what employees need, sort of at a micro level, understanding the challenges that they face, giving them tools to cope. When people have a sort of higher acuity mental health situations, certainly an EAP is necessary for that. Building resilience is certainly important for and valuable for your whole workforce, but I think there's another level of things going on here. So at the micro level, I think point solutions have things pretty well covered. The next level up really has to do with work environment and job design. Things like how much is asked of employees, what's the work pace like, how much support do they get from peers and from managers, are there issues with bullying in the workplace and other kinds of things. Those are things that tend to be missed. They're sort of root causes at the environment level of what we might see in employees as symptoms. And so treating the symptoms is important, but I think it's also important to take a look at that environmental level and say, so what are employees experiencing? What's the nature of the work environment? There's a lot going on in that sphere. There's in the European Union, they've required each member country of the European Union to put policies in place and regulations in place to require companies to assess the psychosocial threats in their work environment. Mexico has a law on the books. Australia has a new law on the books. So a lot of multinational companies are starting to think about work environmental characteristics and how those impact well-being. So I think in addition to the point solutions, a really important thing for companies to consider is examining the work environment. There's lots of great tools out there that can be leveraged to help get a good picture of what's happening in the work environment.
Sounds like a lot of interesting changes coming down the pike.
There are a ton of interesting changes coming down the pike. It's a great opportunity, but it's important to get ahead of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us and sharing those insights. So much interesting stuff for people to think about. And remember, by cultivating a resilient workforce, we create a culture of adaptability, innovation, and growth. MECU is here to partner with you to drive sustainable long-term success. What steps have you taken to build a more resilient workforce? Share your thoughts at events@mequilibrium.com and let's continue the conversation. And also, please visit resilience2023.com to see all of our upcoming programming. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.